Hello everybody, welcome back to this new series of Landric plays Stronghold. Last episode we started the campaign. We found out that a quartet of nobles had undergone a coup to overthrow the king. Our father had been killed in the ensuing conflict, and we are now out to avenge his death. We have set up a small base camp in the peninsula of this little country that is surprisingly nameless. And we now have to eliminate a den of wolves that are a little bit too close for comfort. So let's jump right into mission number 3.
We need you to train some new recruits in the use of the bow.
The wolves breed in the next county. Find their lairs and wipe them out. It's them or us.
Find a hilltop and fortify yourself there using a mott and bailey.
Duke de Pouce has been patrolling the area of late, so it is vital you are not spotted, as we don't stand a chance against a full assault.
If you see that rat before I do, be sure you slice him open for me.
Construct a Mott and Bailey fortification and strengthen it with some towers. Then start bow production and raise a force of archers with which to eradicate the wolves that run riot there.
Okay, so we're still very much in the sort of tutorial section of the campaign. We're going to learn how to handle our military. So if we jump into start game.
To site your castle, my liege.
All right, where should we place a keep? Well, I mean, this seems like a good a spot as any. It's on top of a hill. Let's put it up there. There's a nice spot.
Site your granary, sire.
Granary might as well go next to it. Why not? Put it there. And aha. Okay, so here are the wolves. So if we press space, we can see there's a whole bunch of them over there. And there's annoyingly one here as well. Because it looks like, yeah, there's none on this side. So in fact, if we just wall off these little bits of the river,
we'll have to work fast. These wolves are everywhere.
okay, maybe, yeah, that looks like there's a bit of a gap there. Well, I tell you what, let's just go the long way around. And there. So now, hopefully, that'll actually protect us from most of those wolves. Now we can actually start building up properly. So we'll put a couple of woodcutters so it's down here.
There, my lord.
And a couple of hunters' posts up here next to the granary. And then at some point we are going to need to, where are we, weapons buildings, build a Fletcher's workshop. Fletchers build bows, so we'll need a Fletcher's workshop to construct the bows, but then we'll also need an armory to keep them in. So, you know, I'm gonna where's a good place to put it? I'll put it back here. So, currently empty, but that's where the bows will be kept, and then once it's full of bows, we'll also need to build a barracks to actually recruit archers from. So we've got a relatively high number of buildings to get through before we can actually start taking the fight to these wolves. And you know, before we go anywhere else, let's get our lord to just take out this one wolf, because one wolf should be no problem. And we don't want him harassing our villagers. Hopefully these wooden stakes are going to be enough to keep these wolves out. I'm not worried about them, you know, smashing it down, but I am a little bit worried about them finding a gap that I've missed. It doesn't look like there's a gap, but it's probably fine. Ah, okay, were you attacking?
My lord.
Excellent. So you were attacking one of those deer, I think, which means we got in a couple of good hits before you could turn around and face us. So we lost a tiny amount of health, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. We should be just fine. And of course now we've unlocked these wooden platforms as well.
Not enough wood, my lord.
So we don't have enough wood right now, but eventually we can put these little towers behind our walls, which means our archers can deal with all of these wolves before, well, without having to go across this river. Okay, so it looks like we've got enough wood to put down.
Wood needed.
Now it looks like we've got enough wood to build this Fletcher's workshop, and I'll put it next to the armory, because they're going to have to move between there a lot, and it's still also quite close to the stockpile, which is nice and handy. In fact, we'll probably build another one soon. So let's just check our briefing again. Oh, just eradicate the wolves. Doesn't specify that we need a certain number of archers, so probably even one will be able to eventually sort of whittle them down. But we'll see how many we can make. We're going to have to save up for a barracks anyway, so that will give our Fletchers a little bit of time to stockpile some arrows. Our hunters are...
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
Yeah, our hunters are producing plenty of food, which should hopefully keep us all going. So we could expand the town a little bit further with some of these hovels. That'll mean more peasants show up, which means we've got more people to put to work. But honestly, I'm gonna try and do this mission fairly minimally. I don't think we need to worry too much about... Oop, there's the wolves. We could sort of make a huge village just to eradicate all of these wolves, but I think we'll be alright just as it is. Because obviously, the more wood we spend building up these hovels, the less wood we have to build archers and barracks and all that kind of thing. Where is it? No, over here, under the castle buildings. So yeah, we need a fair amount of wood still. In fact, I am going to put down another woodcutter's hut. I'll put one over there, and I think I'll even put down another one, just because wood is going to be definitely the limiting factor for this. So it costs us a little bit of time in the short run, but in the long run, the more wood we get at a faster rate, the quicker we can start building everything else up. Okay. It doesn't really matter where this goes. I'll put it over here, because why not? And can we build one of these towers as well? Ooh, nearly, but not quite. And especially that Fletcher's going to... see, he's going to go and grab a plank. And he's going to take it back to the Fletchery, I guess. Oop. It's one of our hunters. Good shot. These are some interesting shots, the sort of big looping arcs, but hey, maybe that's how you do it. I don't know. I've never fired a longbow. Nope. You're getting another one.
Morning, your lordship.
Okay, so we have one bow. How many does it take to make a... It looks like it takes a couple. Interesting. Oh, we're getting another shipment of wood from here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. So we'll put that, I'll put that there, I guess. And not quite enough to build a second one, though we'll have this one soon. So I'll minimise that just so we can see a bit more clearly where it's going to go. Interesting. There'll have to do, I guess. Okay, so we have one bow.
We await orders.
Recruit one archer, so there he goes.
Instructions.
And you go and stand up there
off.
and start shooting those wolves. Ah, just in time.
We await
We've got another one
orders.
as well.
We await orders.
So later on, obviously, we'll be facing not wolves, but hordes and hordes of
Yes.
enemy soldiers who will be
Arrows ready.
much less inclined to just sit around and wait for us to shoot them than this. But for now, we're going to clear out these wolves with our 2 archers, and that should be a relatively easy end to the mission.
Notch arrows.
I mean, it does help that we've built these little barricades here, because without those, it would be a lot harder. But right now, they can't get to us.
Finding targets. Take steady aim.
We can just safely plink away at them from here. Do we have any more bows? Nope. Well, even though we don't need it.
Depuce's men have arrived.
What?
We can't allow them to give away our position.
Oh no, there's some archers over here.
Archers, ready.
That's
We are on our way.
interesting. That's not what I was expecting at all. Okay. So let's have these
My
guys
boy is yours. Can't target him, sir.
take some pot shots.
Leaving now.
Okay, so maybe we should have built a full wall all the way around this village.
Off. We are on our way. Arrows ready.
It looks like they're sort of just going around into the woods. So it is 3 versus 2. They probably could actually deal with us quite handily. Obviously we've got the Lord as well, but I want to keep him back from the front lines mostly. And I can't get you to stand up in this tower yet because it's just a small...
Can't target him, sir.
Oh dear.
Me lord?
Yeah, let's get you to run back here. Hire another archer. Good.
Needed, sire.
Oh, recruits needed. So we don't actually have enough enough peasants kicking around to hire one.
Instructions.
So we're going to have to build a
We
hovel.
await orders.
In the midst of battle, we're going to build some houses.
No change. We await orders.
Well, while you're focusing on murdering all of my helpless villagers, we
Yes.
can hopefully shoot you. In fact, where's my lord? Let's... He can slowly trudge his way over there as well.
Archers ready. Finding targets. My boys,
What are you doing standing
a
over there?
message
Come on.
from your scribe. The wolves are on the prowl, sire.
Oh, and the wolves now as well.
Take steady aim,
Okay,
me lord.
so I
Leave
think
him
we got
now.
them.
Instructions.
Oh, dear.
Moving off.
Well, that was an unwelcome surprise, but luckily it looks like we fended them all off. So
We
hopefully
await
we can finish off these wolves before any more of the rat men show up. The rat is, of course, one of the 4 lords that betrayed the king and now controls this,
Arrows
or at least part of
ready.
this kingdom.
Yes. Notch arrows.
Oh, poor little wolves. What did they do to anyone? Okay, I think that was all of them. Yep, that was all of them. Okay, well, that was a little bit more hectic than maybe it needed to be.
Victory.
But we did achieve victory, and we didn't even lose a single person, so hooray, we get the full score.
Fortunately, the rat's scouting party did not survive long enough to give away your position. But it is likely that they will be missed before long.
Okay, so we have now claimed both of these counties, and, well, that scouting party, as he says, is rightly going to be missed, so we're going to push forwards and we're going to see if we can, I guess, make an advanced position so we know what's going to go on. So, let's see how this mission goes.
A dispatch arrives from Sir Longarm.
Hopefully, by the time you receive this message, all has gone well, and you'll put an end to those irritating wolves. I now ask a favor of you. Begin constructing an outpost on the edge of Duke de Pousse's territory in order to help me better judge the strength of the rat's forces. You must not, under any circumstances, send confirmation of your mission's completion to Lord Wolfsack.
Okay then.
The rat was raised as an only child in lands belonging to the de Pouce family. The Duke showed his mother favor, ensuring that she never paid taxes, and always had enough to get by. One day, a messenger came by, and it was revealed that his father was the same Duke de Pouce who his mother had once worked for as a serving wench. Due to an unfortunate accident, the entire de Pouce family had been lost at sea whilst returning from holiday, leaving the rat as next in line to inherit the title of Duke.
Find a suitable location on high ground near the lands belonging to Duke de Pouce and start construction of an outpost. The wooden keep will offer better protection than a simple hall. Take some cattle to breed as the land there suits them well. Do not show yourself to the enemy, but should you be discovered, let none escape to tell. The hills will give your archers an advantage when firing from height.
Okay then, so we are now basically right on the borders of the rat's territory, so let's get this outpost up and
Place
running.
a keep to site your castle, my liege.
So we now have a new type of keep. It's It's still made of wood,
Sight your granary, sire.
but it is at least a proper tower, so we can station some archers up there if we need to. So the first thing we want to do is put down some woodcutters, so we've got some wood to work with. So we'll put you there, you there, you over there. And it looks like we can probably fortify this bit here, and yeah, these bits over here. So, oh, and this little bit over here as well. How much wood have we got to go around? We've got a fair bit of wood, but I'm going to actually put another woodcutter out here, just so we really do sort of rake in the wood as fast as we can. I'm going to put down some cattle as well, so these will produce cheese, which will hopefully give our people lots to eat. Oh no, really? Did I? That's kind of frustrating. Okay.
Wood needed.
Oh good, so there isn't quite enough wood to put down one that would be slightly offset, because that would annoy me. We do need to get a Fletcher's workshop up and running as soon as possible, but we'll also need an armory to put all those bows in, just like before. And then of course we'll need a lot of extra wood to start sealing off these gaps here. So I think this bit's all counts as a wall. I hope it does. So we just need to wall off this bit here. Maybe we can put a gatehouse here, and then sort of a tower up here. Obviously, we're trying to be very, very sneaky, but the brief did say if any enemies discover us, we have to make sure to leave none alive, because otherwise they'll escape. They'll go back to the rat's territory, and they'll tell him where we were.
Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
So we have started with plenty of food, which is good because the cattle will take a little bit of time to start producing food, but not too long. Later on we get slightly more efficient foods like wheat farms and things like that, but it does take a little bit of time to get kick-started. Luckily these cattle should be fine. Right, let's put down the Fletchery, I guess, first. I'll put it here. We'll put the armory next to it. And I'm going to start actually walling off these bits before I forget. So just a small one there. Sort of double layer this one, I guess. There, lots of pointy sticks. I'll put one there as well, just so it looks nice. And wall off this bit as well. So I think that is now technically walled off. We'll probably want to double layer this one as well, though, just to... I'm trying to work out if that's a gap there. Probably fine. We'll check when we get this extra wood delivery. So we'll still want a barracks. We'll probably want a couple of extra Fletchers as well, because the more archers we have, the better. In fact, I might actually just go straight for it. You're probably not going to bring me enough wood to put one down right away, are you? We might. Ah, lovely. So, just line those up there. No real reason to line them up other than to keep them in close proximity to the stockpile and the armory, but that's fine. We'll probably also want another farm, actually, because I suspect we're going to put down some more houses this time around, just so we can recruit more and more archers. So...
Not enough wood, my lord.
Yeah, I know. It's coming, it's fine. We'll pop you down there. And then we can probably just squeeze in another one. Yeah, just there. Not quite yet, though. So, in the meantime, let's just check if there's... Yeah, it looks like that actually is a gap. So we'll just fill those in. Nice. So we can, if I hold down right click, we can rotate the view like this. Okay, so it looks to me like this is definitely all cliff. But it does look like we've actually missed a spot there. That's lucky we noticed. So rotating the view gives you, it lets you see, you know, things from a different angle. That's the whole point of looking at it from a different angle. It means you can see like little spots you might have missed. But let's go put it back to this way around, just so we keep an idea of roughly where everything is. And let's put down a gatehouse as well, not a tower, a gatehouse. So this will let people in and out, but we can obviously lock it when we need to. Oh, all the deer in the way. Where do we want to put it? About here? Ah, they're going to walk all over it again. Okay, fine. I guess we'll put it right on the top. There we go. There'll do. So we can station some archers on top of this, and we can lock the gates if any enemies show up. Okay, lovely. So we can start reinforcing some of these in a bit. I'll put down a tower over here as well, just in case they try and come around this side, because I think they will try and attack whichever wall is weakest. So even though we've quite heavily reinforced this one, because there's a gatehouse here, they might try and attack this wall here. So we'll want to keep on reinforcing it, but we'll also station some archers up there as well. Right, we've got a couple of bows, so speaking of archers... I know, that's right, we need a barracks first, and for a barracks we need more wood.
Our granary stocks are growing, sire.
Aha, so our stocks are growing, which means we're producing enough food at the minute. We're also, because they're eating both meat and cheese, they're getting a little happiness boost, which isn't really important to us right now, but later on it means we could raise taxes or something like that. Okay, let's quickly build this barracks before anyone starts stealing our wood supplies to make bows. And we can
await orders needed, sire.
Recruit some more
recruits needed, sire.
Recruit some more peasants. So we've got to wait for each one to pop out here, and then we can recruit
await orders.
And you three
Archers,
can go and stand
ready.
up here.
We are on our way.
It looks again like there's just a tiny gap there that we can fill with a spiky wall. Okay, it looks like we're mostly in a pretty good position right now. How's this? Yeah, it looks like our granary stocks are still growing quite nicely, which is good. I'm going to put down another hovel before... it's technically a little bit early, we don't need one right yet, but it'll give us a bigger surplus of peasants to work with if we need to recruit a whole bunch in one go. Of course that does mean we'll need more food, so I'll probably put down a dairy farm, because we might as well. Just there will do fine, and then I think I'll put down another fletchery if we can, just so that we can churn out archers a little bit faster.
We await orders. My boy is yours.
Stand up here. We could even station a few on top of this keep now as well, as sort of a last line of defense to help keep our lord safe. Alright, let's see where this guy walks. It looks like he's about to walk through this wall, which means I've missed a spot somewhere.
They've found us, sir.
I have missed a spot.
What are your orders?
Okay, let's quickly put a little wall up there. That would have been a bit embarrassing if they'd all just walked straight in. Okay, so another patrol from the rat has shown up. It looks like it's quite a few spearmen actually. That's a little bit worrying. Let's get some more archers as quick as possible.
Orders needed, sire. Me lord.
Where are they going? They look like they're going for the gatehouse. So I'll put you up
now.
here. So we've only got 3 against quite a few spearmen, but of course we're behind a wall and on top of a tower, and they are not. So let's sort the view around so we can get a better look at it. So they're going to stand here attacking the gatehouse while arrows rain down upon them, and yeah, they've not even scratched it, and they've already decided to turn back. Excellent. Okay, so we have dealt with the first patrol. We've got how long? So we're almost, I guess we're about a third of the way there. and these patrols are only going to get stronger, so let's keep building archers, I suppose. We're in a pretty sustainable position right now. Yep, still got plenty of food. How much wood have we... Yeah, let's build some more Fletchers.
Needed.
Ah, so we are out of gold, or very nearly out of gold. So...
No change in the treasury, Lord.
Oops, not bribes. Taxes.
Bit much, these taxes.
The people love you, my lord.
So let's have a look at the tax system. So basically,
No change in the treasury,
we
Lord.
can either bribe people, or we can tax people. Taxing them makes them unhappy, bribing them makes them very happy. And if we go to the popularity screen, you can see currently we're at -1 popularity this month. So this number here is going to go down. If it goes down too much, we're going to run out of peasants to tax. So we want to sort of balance these two fairly carefully. So one thing we could do is, it does actually look like our food supply is going up, so we can increase it to extra rations, which generates +4 happiness.
The people love you, my lord.
So now we're in +3,
Our gold stocks grow steadily, sire.
which means actually we can afford to probably tax them
These
quite a lot.
taxes are
People
unjust.
love you, my lord.
Oh, they are just, trust me. So we ran out of one type of food, so alright, let's drop it down to there.
People love you, my lord.
So now we're on a net gain of zero popularity, but we are taxing our people as well.
Grow steadily, sire. Our food stocks are dwindling, my liege.
But our food stocks are dwindling, so to balance that out, we probably want another farm. So if you guys could get out of my way, that'd be grand. There we go. And we'll probably squeeze another one in if we can. But the whole reason we've
Gold
increased
stocks
tax
are too low,
is so we can
sire.
afford the 100 gold to build a fletchery, and of course to actually hire the archers in the first place.
Our cows are struck down by a strange malady, my lord.
Oh, that's not good. So all of our cows are a bit under the weather. We see we've lost all of the cows. Oh, there they go. So that's actually going to really hamper our food production as well. So we might want to drop that down from extra rations, and then we'll have to balance the taxes accordingly. But we can nearly afford another Fletcher's Workshop, but then of course we'll need extra gold to actually hire these guys. So I'm going to hire these three
await
first,
orders.
just so that we've got those extra archers at least ready to go.
Instructions.
And then I'll worry about building the extra
We
one.
await orders.
So one of you can go
Move
up
them
there,
off.
one
Yes.
of you can go up here,
We are on our way.
and one of you
Archers,
can
ready.
go up here. I might even put down an extra tower over here. Speaking of towers, let's strengthen this wall a little bit. Just so they don't decide to try and attack us from an angle we're not expecting. Just fill in all of these gaps. And we'll draw just a nice big long line over here. If you could you not? Thank you. There we go. Nice strong wall over there. Fill in these bits as well, I guess. Just to make sure. And we might as well strengthen this one as well, which means they'll probably directly attack the gatehouse, which is fine by me. Because that's where I've put all my archers, and that's ideally where I'd like them to attack. Okay, we've got enough gold to build another Fletcher's Workshop. So we'll generate even more bows, which means we can afford even more, or rather we can build even more archers. However, we can't afford them just yet.
Our scouts report another group of the rats men heading in our direction. Are we ready for them?
We are ready for them, ready and waiting.
We await orders.
How's our food?
Our
Ooh,
food stocks are dwindling,
Okay.
my liege. The people love treasury, my lord. Is empty.
should probably have dealt with that sooner. In fact, I'm going to leave taxes on
We
just
are
for a little bit.
losing a little money, my liege.
So we're actually not losing money, it's just
My
because I'm
boy is yours.
spending it on hiring these bowmen that it thinks our money is dropping. But yeah, we do probably want to keep hiring these people, which means we do
We await
want
orders.
to keep taxes raised, so we're going to have to make sure to lower that in enough time that people don't start leaving the castle.
Me lord?
See if we can squeeze you
Leave
there.
them now.
I think I'll build another tower as well, just to give them somewhere extra to stand on this side. I'm even going to put a little bit of a wall just here.
The rats' troops
try and,
are attacking.
shield them in case the rat brings any archers.
We await orders. We await orders.
And speaking of the rat's men attacking, if we just bring this down. Oh. So there's another cluster of spearmen. It doesn't look like it's too many more than we faced last time. So this should be very manageable indeed. So let's see, they seem to be splitting up, so some of them are going for the gatehouse, some of them are going for down here, so maybe they think this is a weaker section of wall. So that might be an indication that for the final battle we want to strengthen this one. If this isn't already the final battle. No. Still got a little way to go before. But yeah, see, we're handily taking them down before they even get to the walls. And now they've decided to turn back. So we should probably see if we can get rid of them before they escape. Ooh. Will he make it? It looks like he might escape. Ah well. It's fine. Probably.
We await orders.
Right, I think that's probably going to be enough.
A little money, my liege.
Enough.
A fair tax system all round.
Enough archers for now.
Yes.
So
We are
put
on
you over
our
there.
way.
I'll put
Archers
you over
ready.
here.
Leaving now.
And I'll let our food stocks replenish a little bit because hopefully we won't get any more cattle blights, plagues, maladies, whatever it was that killed off all of our cattle. So we'll let that replenish a little bit, and then we'll probably put people back onto extra rations when we can afford to. Speaking of which, I might as well put down a couple more cattle ranches, cattle farms. We'll sort of squeeze them in wherever we can. Can I fit another one in here?
Can't
Ooh,
place
just
that
about.
there, my lord.
As soon as that farmer moves, there we go. So almost doubling our food production actually there. So that'll mean we can go onto extra rations a lot more handily. We'll have a much bigger safety net. Because there's two ways to go about it. Either we can wait for our stock to increase, put us on double rations and wait for it to decrease and sort of keep zigzagging like that. But that's probably not the best way to do it. Ideally we want to just generate as much food as possible so we can sustainably keep
Our
everyone
food
onto
stocks are
extra
dwindling,
rations.
my liege.
They're not dwindling, it's fine.
We await orders.
So now we have far more bows than we have gold to hire the peasants, but it'll be alright, probably, I'm sure. So we've got plenty of wood, so let's strengthen some of these walls again. They haven't actually quite reached the walls yet, but it's still a good idea to keep them nice and strong, because I'm sure these attacks are going to get stronger and stronger as we go on. There's a tree stump there slightly blocking it, which is a bit annoying. Though I don't know if the spearmen can path through the trees anyway, so it's probably fine. Yeah, we'll put another layer up here as well, just to be safe.
A
Like that.
small group of the rat soldiers are heading to the castle.
Okay, so it looks like we've got another attack coming soon. But we've got
My
plenty of
boy's
archers now.
yours.
You're still walking through this way. How? Okay. Well, we don't want any of that. Okay, that should keep them out. Probably. So we have another band of the Ratsmen on the way. We've got plenty of bows kicking around. We don't really have that much gold, but our popularity's recovered
No
enough that I
change in the
feel
treasury, lord.
we can probably at least lightly tax people again.
The rats' troops are attacking.
Actually, our rations are going up quite a lot as well, so
Our
let's
gold stocks grow steadily, sire.
go with that, just so that we can very quickly recruit some more archers if we need to. This one looks like a relatively small patrol again, though. Okay, there are a couple more there than previously, but I think we'll be fine. Oh, there are the battle horns. I'm sure they're going to start advancing soon. but we've got plenty of food. We've got
Our
loads of
food
food.
stocks are dwindling, my liege.
They are not dwindling. We've got 76 units of food. We've got plenty of wood, we've got plenty of bows, and we're sort of out of things to build right now. So let's just sit tight, let them come to us. Oh, interesting, some of them are going this way. Are they going to try and destroy this woodcutter's hut? It looks like they probably will, which is why I'm glad that we've got a couple of them indoors, nice and protected. Well, I say indoors, behind the curtain wall. So, fine, go and destroy that. See if I care. You can still fire arrows at them from there, which is quite handy. Of course, we've got the high ground up here. Good, so they've managed to destroy a single woodcutter's hut, and they are now fleeing. Excellent. Mission accomplished, I think. So we could, if I click on this, we could... Right, it tells us what it was. It says this was a woodcutter's hut, and we could rebuild it, but I think we're probably fine for wood now. We needed lots of it early on, just so we could get all the walls up and our economy bootstrapped. But now, I mean, the only thing we're using it for is bows, and we've got stacks of those. I guess, and putting finishing touches to our walls. But given that they've not even come close to our walls yet, I'm feeling a little bit cocky.
We await orders! Me lord?
Can I even fit some more archers up here? It looks like no. Let's put another a tower then. Put that wood to good use. Can I fit it here? No, I can't quite fit it here, there's too many rocks in the way. Alright, here I'll have to do then, if I can just find that spot again. Come on, there we go.
Instructions!
So you two can go up there, and again, I'll build some little palisade walls around it, just in case they do bring some archers or something like that. So where's the stairs? It's that side. So I can do this. There we go. You're nicely hemmed in there, so you should be well protected. Obviously, again, as we get further on into the game, we'll get proper stone walls with proper fortifications carved into them and things like that. That'll be much, much better. But right now, this is after all only a tiny scouting outpost.
Our gold stocks grow steadily, sire. We await a small group of the rat soldiers are heading to the castle.
Okay, more patrols. I'm not that worried at the minute. But yeah, for a small scouting outpost, we've got quite a lot of cows traipsing around with us.
We await orders! Moving off!
Okay, let's put those there.
We await orders!
And get another 4 of these. We've got plenty of gold coming in. How's our popularity
The
looking?
people love you, my lord.
Fantastic. So we are poor and adored. Wonderful.
Yes.
You know what, I'll put you up
We're on
here.
our way.
I don't know whether you'll actually have the range to shoot as they approach the gate, but at least you'll be like our last line of defense up there.
We await orders.
There we go. We're almost using all of our bows.
Needed, sire.
I'm probably even going to need to put down another tower, but that's fine. We've got stacks of wood.
The rats' troops are attacking. Archers, ready!
Up you get then. Okay. So, more spearmen. Again, shouldn't pose too much of a threat as long as we don't let them get close to the walls. This lumberjack might be in a bit of trouble, but you know, they're only peasants, it's fine. Our granary is actually so full that they are not dwindling in the slightest. So again, because I put down another hovel, I guess it has to sort of recalculate how the food's doing, but for now we're fine. In fact, can I put down another granary? This one, right? So we'll put that down just so we've got somewhere extra to store food. Not that I think we're going to be here for very much longer. Okay, there we go. There we go. Didn't even come close. still got a little bit to go until the final battle, though.
Villagers have seen a band of the rats' troops heading this way.
Okay. Well, it's in pretty good shape, I think. We can probably fend them off, no trouble at all. Though the fact that we've had so many patrols coming this way probably means that we may have been noticed. So I don't know how secretive our outpost is going to remain.
My boy's yours. Leaving now. Moving off. Instructions. Can't get there, Lord. We await orders. We are on our way. Yes?
Just try and spread these guys out a little bit. But we do have plenty of archers now. But I'd certainly rather have too many archers than not enough archers.
The rats' troops are attacking.
Okay. Alright. So there is a lot of spearmen milling about there. Yeah, I'm definitely happy with the amount of archers we've got. I wouldn't want less than this. See if we can quickly snag a couple more. You guys gonna... you nearly finished? It looks like you're almost finished. Yeah, there we go. Quickly snag another 2 archers.
We await orders. Archers,
I guess I'll
ready.
just put you up here because these are all kind of jam-packed.
Leaving
Oh, I can
now.
squeeze you there. Perfect. So they're going to sort of mill about before they attack that. Here they come. So they are splitting up again, so they are trying to attack our defences from 2 different points at once, but we'll have to see if they even get that far. Oh no, they are all converging on the gatehouse after all. I guess because the gate's currently still open. Now it's locked. Maybe they'll change their mind? No? Nope, still going to trudge towards their inevitable demise. I would not like to be one of those guys.
Survive the enemy's onslaught. The cowards have run, sir. We can't catch them. They'll give us away for sure.
Oh no! Well, that was inevitable, really, wasn't it?
We are victorious, sire.
Still, we did it without losing a single troop, which is quite nice.
You have boldly beaten back many of the rats' patrols, but a few stragglers have managed to survive the last attack and escaped. Although no new orders have been received, you cannot afford to let them reach Duke de Pouce to uncover your location.
Okay, so we have now secured this peninsula. This is now owned and controlled by us, and hopefully it doesn't have too many wolves roaming around in it. And it certainly doesn't have any patrols from the rat roaming around in it anymore, so we have now pushed forward into the rat's kingdom. But that is going to have to wait until next episode, because this has gone on a lot longer than I expected. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you will join me again for the next episode. See you then.